Winter hunting at high elevations takes the challenge of elk hunting to the next level. It is nearly guaranteed that you're going to endure bitter cold weather while trudging up snow-covered mountains. The once social bull elk is rut-weary and is broken off from the cows to forage in solitude. As the bulls become increasingly more elusive, they retreat into heavy timber and thick brush. Each encounter has hard-earned miles behind it, making late-season elk a formidable trophy and a worthy hunt.
So primarily what we're trying to do is still hunt through these clearings. You can see, like where we're at right now, there's been a lot of elk that have milled around in here, done some pawing, trying to feed. There's not really a good spot to like get a vantage point in glass. So it's gonna be a lot of just slow moving, working through timber, looking in small pockets that are open, meadows, and kind of getting lucky and finding a bull in the right spot where we can actually see him. A little like looking for a needle in a haystack, but that's what makes it fun. At least we have tracks, so it makes it a lot easier.
Hunting in the snow has its advantages and its disadvantages. The advantage is that you can follow and freshen up elk tracks. The disadvantage is that it's not always very quiet trudging through crunchy snow, which can make being stealthy a bit of a challenge.
Right setup, wrong bull. He's at 350 yards, just kind of moving through the timber and these willow brush, and great rest, super solid, just the wrong bull. So it's exactly the situation that I'm hoping happens on a little bit older bull. That was fun. follow.
The first one's a spike down here by the spruce. Then there's a second one up in the trees right there. We got 2 spikes there, but there's a third bull here somewhere. So let's keep watching. We may step out.
We just trailed these elk in the snow, and we caught up with two bulls. They're both spikes, so we're anticipating another bull somewhere in here, but we haven't seen it. What a beautiful morning. It is bright and blue and crisp and cool. I mean, it's just, for rifle hunting, it is picture perfect. Cutting tracks like that and freshening them up, that is the fun about hunting in the snow. Caught up with a couple of the bulls, just not, they're sneaky, you know. We just didn't find the other bull that those 2 were with, or he slipped out just out of sight from us. So, look for another set of tracks and keep hunting. But what an exciting morning and beautiful day. You can't complain about this. This buck is straight downwind of us. Could care less. All he wants to do is feed. You can tell that the rut is starting to kick off because they're not as smart as they could be. Unfortunately, I don't have a deer tag. I have an elk tag. And as Murphy's Law would have it, of course, this is not a bull elk. It's a buck. And it's a hammer, beautiful, super unique, drop tine, crazy buck. It's just fun to see him nose down, kind of cruising right now. Going on top of this mesa at night and feeding, and dropping down this canyon face and bedding in this heavy timber. And this timber is really, really tough to hunt them unless it's bow season, because you're pretty much still hunting, and it makes it tough. So I've got a vantage point here, and I've got these rims all within range right now. So if these elk come over and cross down into this timber bottom, if there's a bull, then, you know, the goal would be to be able to make a shot before he gets and breaks over into this heavy timber. There's an elk on skyline right here. Can you tell what he is?
I got a 5x5. Small 5x5.
Robbie, what's this next bull coming? Can you tell?
The next one, there's a little better bull. Looks like a 6. Might be crowned on one side, I can't tell. If he steps out, let's go ahead and take him.
All I can see is his tops. I have no shot. That was nearly the perfect situation.
All they had to do is walk off this into this draw right here, it would have been set up perfect. That's elk hunting.
The trouble is where they keep crossing. There is the one place on this rim that I really can't get a shot at. So super frustrating. Like
Where we go, it's over 1,000 yards to the next draw from the one opening. From this side, it's around the bend, so we can't see.
They're smart.
Yes, they like that draw. It's probably why they're still there.
There's a good reason they like that draw, because I can't get to it. It's about an hour before daylight. The wind is absolutely ripping this morning. We're gonna try to get up on this cliff face where these bulls have been coming down. I just haven't had a clear shot on an elk that it's really worked out for me. So last morning we had daylight savings last night. We got up extra early. It's dark, so we got to get moving and get in place before daylight starts cracking.
With every challenge in hunting comes with it a new strategy to try to overcome that challenge. For the last day of the hunt, we decide to make a bold move. We're going to get in close, really close, and try to ambush the bulls in the saddle they crossed the night before.
It's just now cracking legal shooting light. Literally like 15 yards from where these elk are crossing. Tucked up on this cliff face here. It's one of the weirdest shooting positions I've ever taken with a gun, and also probably the closest. But we have a really good shot of these bulls moving through here. This is where they've been crossing the last few mornings. Hopefully they stick to their pattern and give me an opportunity. The wind is ripping, but it's perfect. So hopefully they shouldn't get our wind, but we're literally knocking in their bedroom right now. It's tight. Was his head and neck, and he ran down here, and he's just sitting down here like 40 yards, but I have no shot from here.
Be a dead bull.
Oh my gosh.
It looked like it hit him
like
good.
A good hit.
Could you see him really good right there?
I saw him just buck, and I had my elbow on the ground in front of my mag well. I had a little bit of brush in front of me, but he's definitely hit.
Yeah. The other bull should have come by now, so.
Let's grab our stuff. He came by, and all I could see was his head, and then he ran through here, and he's been sitting down there for 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
How long? So I just crawled up here, and I know I hit him. I saw him kick up, so I was aiming for his shoulder, so hopefully he's just right there. Okay, good.
I think we're good. He's laying right there.
What a week it has been. We saw this bull on top last night, I think. You can tell he totally snapped off his 6 points on both sides. But it's definitely the same bull we saw on the skyline last night. So our plan was perfect. Coming in here this morning, and boy, he's been fighting, just broke to shreds.
With this drought this year, I think a lot of them broke, just didn't get the nutrients they needed.
What a week.
It's been fun. I've enjoyed hunting with you.
It's been a heck of a week, that's for sure. We saw that one 5x5 we passed on first day, spikes, we've seen bulls on skyline, and we just could not get in front of them.
Needed be in the right spot at the right time, and it happened finally.
Well, when we saw this bull come out last night, we kind of came up with a plan, and it worked perfectly. Big-bodied, mature bull, just a total warrior. It's been a great week hunting in Colorado with you. I sure appreciate all your hard work. It's been, we've had the worst of weather and nice days. We stuck it out and got a beautiful bull to go home with.
We've worked hard on it, trying to get on them. I've really enjoyed hunting with you also. It's been a blast. Look forward to maybe getting to do it again.
Next year. Boom. Thank you for watching this episode of Pursue the Wild. If you would like to hear more, check out the Wild and Uncut podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. And be sure to follow me at Kristy Titus on Facebook and Instagram.